Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to ladies and gents and all beings alike. This is your girl, Lady Tiffany Ma. I am back doing a live. I decided that I like to live stream. Regardless if people are watching or not, I like to do this. I like to talk about this. I like to have accounts of me talking and talking about things that I like to talk about. So I decided before we start my thing, I kind of want to start off with something that I thought was hilarious with all the seriousness that's going on in the world. This is what happened when you forget to turn off a filter. Dang it.
Oh, the filter was on. Bitch, I didn't know the filter was on. Bitch, I didn't know the filter was on. Bitch, I didn't know the filter was on.
Honey, let me talk
Bitch,
about
I
this.
didn't know the filter.
I'm glad I have not found that filter yet. Because this is crazy. It's not crazy because let's be straight up honest. There has been situations where people have used filters, and the filters is supposed to fill out a being's face, right? Someone's face that is in the room. And before this has happened, because this is a filter, and apparently it's a Halloween filter, and these days filters have become more advanced than they were before. But before this scary situation, there were situations where people were using a face filter, and then the filter was still used, but there was nobody there. Filters detect heat signatures, I think. They can tell there's something in the room or something that's there. So, a shout out to old girl for getting into a fight with a filter. I thought it was so funny. I personally was like, OMG, girl, like, what? I thought it was funny. It was funny. It was hilarious. I have to give it to her for defending herself now, okay? Now, if that was me, I would just start screaming and crying and call the police and then woke up everybody in the neighborhood and just did some stuff that I regret in the end. That will make me a liability to society. But shout out to her for defending herself against what she thought was a ghost that was attacking her. And the crazy part is that it moved. Like it was that's the scary part too. Is that it moved like it was bobbing and weaving while she was fighting. But I was laughing for 30 minutes at this last night at her fighting this filter. I like, damn. I posted it on my Instagram account. And yes, I'm going to change this name of this YouTube channel again because I think it needs to be associated with my podcast. Because it always end up being associated with my podcast. But yeah, go to my Instagram, which is lady_Tiffany Mom, and I have it in my stories. Get there. I was just laughing at this all last night. I couldn't stop. But she was fighting, honey. She was fighting for her life. God bless her. I would have started. All you would hear in the background. Me. Now, this is what I call dedication. Okay. So, this OnlyFans model, she had to get brain surgery, but she had to continue doing her job because the only way she's making money is through OnlyFans. So, she was still doing taking nude photos in her hospital bed even though she had went through brain surgery. So this is from itsonsite.com. Its contributor is Naira, and it said the OnlyFans model and Instagram influencer says she is going to collect her coins by any means necessary. 25-year-old Ruby May managed to keep the ball rolling as she still took nude photos for her OnlyFans account despite undergoing brain surgery. According to reports, amid her 5-day recovery period, she continued to post raw content. She told Jam Press, I could never bring myself to stop working. I took nudes in the bed in my hospital gown the day after surgery. Doctor told May she Chiari malformation, which is a condition that happens when the part of your skull puts tension on your spinal column. Oh, that's something serious. Um, Doctors told her she could be paralyzed if she failed to get the procedure done. Luckily, her surgery was a success, and she noted that her OnlyFans allowed her to pay for $14,772 surgery. May said, I think it's funny because everyone thinks my life is so easy because of OnlyFans. She said, I've been in a lot of pain, but it's all going to get better from here, and I will hopefully not have an ongoing issue with it. It was one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through, but I'm so grateful I have my job with money and flexibility to get through it, said the Australian native. She added that her fans were very supportive and concerned, and she continued to say they love the news, but they told me I need to take a break from working. It doesn't feel like work when you love your job. I kind of feel like that about my podcast, but I'm not making OnlyFans money off my podcast. We know it's going to happen in the near future, but I understand when you love doing what you working. Because if I was having brain surgery and I still be doing my podcast, because that's something I love to do. But I want to talk a little bit about this. How we have been in a society where you're low key not allowed to take a break. Y'all know y'all favorite Babylonian friend over there. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I don't care. Y'all can fight me. We fighting. What she say? This is why you gotta be careful what you say. You gotta be careful what you say. Hold on. Even though she said it doesn't feel like work, you have to be careful what you say because you do this. But listen to this.
Business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work. Have a good work environment where everyone loves what they do, because you have one advice for women in business.
Now, I want to take apart what she just said because I love dragging Kim Kardashian for telling people they need to work. And it's like, girl, bye. You do what you love to do, all right? Even though I'm not going to sit up here and pretend like she doesn't work hard. It's not easy to do what she do. You try doing it and still stay at size 7. But you do need to take a break. Everybody needs to take a break from what they're doing. That's why I take a break sometimes from my podcast. But recently I've gained to have more energy, and so now I've gained to want to do lives more, want to do my podcast more, just want to do more and more. I just want to create and just keep on creating and making and doing things because this is something I love to do. But you have to take a break. Your body has a funny way of making you take a break. I told y'all earlier this week, I know someone who was hospitalized because they would not take a break and they were dehydrated. And I can't show you the picture of him being in a hospital with needles in him because he took it down. But y'all know who he is. Y'all gotta sit down sometimes. But I respect the girl hustle. She know that bills don't pay themselves and she has to pay her bills. But she loves doing what she do. And yes, going live and creating content is not as easy as you think because you got to think of something creative and you got to keep your audience hooked to what you were doing. So shout out to what's her name? Shout out to Ruby May. Girl, and the condition she had just sound like it hurt. Woo. Next story. I want to talk about this. I can see how you can easily become an alcoholic. I can see this. I can see this. Especially with some of the things that has happened recently, I see you have this. So, YBN Namir opened up struggling with an alcoholic addiction. He said, "I never knew addiction was this hard." So he tweeted, "All right, y'all, I feel like it's best for me to just get this out of my system. For 3 years, I've been struggling with the alcoholic addiction. I've changed so much due to it and not in the right way. I pushed so many of my loved ones away and people I care about because of it." This talks about, this is a very common issue because these days people are dealing and coping with their situations by themselves even more than so ever. We live in a digital age where you have people in your life but you don't. It's oxymoron. Like when people say I don't have nobody, there's nobody around them. They're literally in an apartment by themselves. It's not that they don't have family, but they don't know how to ask family for anything, or their family cut them off, or whatsoever, happens. So people are dealing with a lot of things and are struggling with a lot of things by themselves. And that's bad. You can't do nothing by yourself, regardless of what people say. People can sit up here and lie and say, "Oh, I'm self-made." No, you're not. You can't make yourself. Trust me. I tried. It's hard. And getting through an addiction is hard. So my hearts and prayers goes out to YBN Namir. This is not easy at all. Y'all, this is where we get to the segment where we are going to be talking about the crap dealing with Meg Thee Stallion, honey. Whew. My heart goes out to her, but in the same sense, it's like, Lord have mercy. So Carl Crawford slammed his own artist, Meg Thee Stallion, after she accused him of popping pills. He said this is all coming from a bona fide alcoholic who fucked the whole industry. So this is what he put in his stories on Instagram. He said, "Hey, y'all, believe that bullshit all you want to. I don't got Twitter fingers, so I'm not about to type shit all day. But I promise everything said about me about that matter is a lie. The truth will be out soon enough." Well, Meg's an Aquarius, and this is the age of Aquarius, so the truth will be coming out soon, sir. So here we go. He said defamation claims on the way. This all coming from a bona fide alcoholic who fucked the whole industry, including her best friend, nigga. What? So, and this is him piggybacking off the whole Tory Lanez situation. So this is what Meg had to say. She said, "First, the man over my label said I don't make him any money. Now he countersuing, trying to keep me on this label because he wants to make more money. LOL. If I ain't making you no money, why not just drop me?" And that's true. If I ain't making you no money, why can't you drop me? Why can't you just drop me? If I am that bad of an artist, why can't you drop me? Because she is making him money. That's why he won't let her out her contract neither, because she's feeding him. And that child he got with that gold digger. She said, "Let me go, LOL, greedy ass men. My lawyer asked him for an expense report. Money 1501 supposedly has spent on me. Why this grown ass man put his jewelry and chain on there? Lord, free me from this joke ass label." They said expense report on her, not you, sir. She said, "Carl, I don't want to be signed to your pill popping ass. You talking about I ain't paid for a show and you sound slow. I'm an artist. I don't pay you directly. Maybe fight with the man you signed to and you might see some money, you fucking powderhead. You hiding behind Jay Prince." Ooh, Jay Prince is involved? Okay, it says Carl Crawford to Meg Thee Stallion, "You can't keep that bullshit ass mixtape and send over that straight drop. So it says Meg Thee Stallion. You know, we talked about Meg Thee Stallion was being sued because the last album didn't count and she owed him. He said, "Stop playing the victim at the Stallion. You haven't paid for one show since 2019. High and behind Rock Nation. You can keep the bullshit ass mixtape and send over the straight drop whenever you want. Ready." So he's not counting. He's trying to sue her, and he's saying that he's spending money on her. They asked for expenses for how much. I told y'all, I already said this before. I said, Meg, you need to go sit down, sweetheart. You need to let this go. You need to let this sit down. You need to sit down with this. You need to stop, because what you need to do, you need to move in silence. She got a lot of people attacking her right now. A lot. She has a lot going on for her. So yeah, we're gonna be going back to this. True. Here we go with Tory Lanez playing the victim. He tweeted, "I don't care what y'all have to say. We are black men. We matter. We matter. Don't wait till we are all lynched, lied on, and character assassinated to realize they have to remove all our legends and role models from the conversation." He said, "Protect black men." Honey, you got people who protecting you right now, even though there's a possibility that you shot Meg Thee Stallion. What are you talking about? So now you claiming anxiety and depression too, sir? We doing anxiety and depression too? Okay, we get it. Just throw Kylie Jenner under the bus like the Kardashians throw everybody else under the bus. I'm just saying. So this next one, this is why you young men, y'all don't lack nobody in y'all life. Hold on, let me make sure I got rid of that. Yeah, okay. I unsaved that. Okay, so this is for you young men. Y'all don't lack nobody in your life, because if you don't have a wife, if you don't have a girlfriend, you can always go back to your mother. This says a woman filmed boyfriend mother sneaking into her room, threatening and insulting her while she was asleep. Though I say y'all can go and have your sons. Let's see. What did it do? Oh no. Hold on. Nope. I don't want it. I was playing. Let's play this. This is you mama boys. Shout out to all you mama boys. Your toxic ass self.
Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high.
Alright, I finally found the videos. I'm going to show you the videos, and I'm going to try not to talk too much and explain myself, because people are like saying I talk too much. But all I'm going to say is I found the videos. I don't know why it doesn't have sound, but this is the camera 360, and it's from Amazon.
Here, I am sleeping in the first video. Here is the second video, and you can see my arm on the right.
What the hell?
Butterfly in the sky.
I mean, what was she doing? Hey, I know y'all going to think that I was going to say there was a black man. No, this woman clearly looks like she's not black. This is a non-black person who mama said that she wanted to unalive her. Oh Lord, how did this happen? Honey, shout out to all the boy moms out there. I'm glad that y'all think this is cool or awesome or whatever. This is toxic. And why was she at her house? Oh, she was trying to make sure she was a good wife to a guy that was her boyfriend. All I gotta say is this to old girl is you need to run. You already got bad signs. You ain't even married to this guy. So yeah, girl, you're not even married to this guy. You're not married to him. And he already showed you warning signs of what's going on. So there was a lot of breaking news that happened. This one happened 2 days ago. So I'm sorry if I'm 2 days late with this. It says plane carrying 132 crashed into southern China. It says according to officials, a China Eastern Airlines jetter crashed into southern China. The amount of fatalities had not been announced. The airline shared in a statement that the cause of the crash is still under investigation. So according to CNN, China Eastern Airline turned its website black and white following the crash. This is a sign that the upcoming news may be very bad. So, y'all remember, we're going to talk a little bit about something that happened that they're talking about. So, y'all know that back, what was it? It was last year, beginning of this year. I'm not quite sure. All these years are running together. I don't know how I got to 30. I'm almost 32. So I don't know how I got there. It's like the 20s went past and it's like, wait a minute. I didn't get to enjoy turn 21 first. So yeah, I'm a party up at 30 and 40. But anyway, basically there was an article talking about, I don't know if I still have it. It was an article talking about that the plane industry was nervous about the rollout of 5G. Now y'all know that people have already said, I kept it. People already said that the reason why this thing is around here is because of 5G. Okay, people believe that we're getting radiation sickness from 5G. Well, back in January, so this was this year, January 19th, they said major airlines warned against AT&T, Verizon about the 5G rollout. It says services could be catastrophic for aviation industry. Ain't that a coinkadink? Ain't that a coinkadink? That the aviation industry is worried about the 5G rollout, which we've been blaming the 5G rollout the whole time for this thing. It's going to always call it thing. On my podcast, we call it the Pandorica opening. Not the Pandorica opening. We call it the Stephen King because it feels like we're in a damn Stephen King movie. So the major airlines warned these big phone companies about the 5G rollout and said the service could be catastrophic for aviation, right? Let's fast forward to 2 months later. Okay, this is gonna be a long trip because I save a lot of stuff. Oh, it's making me dizzy too. Yeah. And yeah, I'm gonna do a whole day on Trey songs. I already talked about it on my podcast. Oh, Kanye West. Now we have a plane carrying 132 passengers crash in southern China. Is this a coincidence or not? See, I kind of want to do a road trip to the West Coast. But I definitely don't want to do it by plane now. Something's telling me that going on a plane is a bad idea because of the first article I just showed you. Y'all. And they said the aviation industry was already worried about this. I don't know if they have rolled out 5G. My phone still say 4G. Does it still say 4G? Or I'm just imagining this. Usually have at the top what it is. It ain't saying no 5G. There's a fire. I wonder if y'all can hear that. But girl, the show must go on, and this only just begun. That's all I gotta say. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. I don't think it's a coincidence at all. Period. Now this is weird. Okay. So it says, according to balleralert.com, private investigators say David Ortiz was targeted by drug kingpin in 2019 shooting. So basically, David Ortiz hired a private investigator to figure out what was behind the shooting attack that nearly killed him in 2019. According to private investigators, a Dominican drug trafficker felt disrespected by the Red Sox player and plotted his revenge by attempting to kill him at a Dominican nightclub. So this is all because a drug kingpin felt disrespected, and he was like, okay, you disrespected me. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you from, and I don't care what team you play for. I'm going to off you. See, this is what happened when you have money. You can pay a private investigator to find out who tried to off you. You know, that would be a career that I would like to do. Okay, because I'm nosy and I figure out things in a minute. And 9 out of 10 times, a lot of times, what I figure out will always come to light. That's just facts, girl. So shout out to David Ortiz for sponsoring to find out who tried to hurt you, who tried to kill you. But they won't do that again because now everybody know who your name is. I ain't gonna say your name though, because I might go to Boston one day and do an appearance. First, it was a YouTube challenge. Now it's a TikTok challenge. That leads to the arrest of police issue warning. It says a dangerous new challenge is appearing on TikTok, has police across the country reporting incidents of injury to people and even the arrest of teens. Fox News reported that the Orbeez challenge encouraged you to sneak attack people who aren't expecting it with a gel pellet gun. Atlanta, you know, y'all might as well call this freaking Thunderdome here in Atlanta. Okay, we don't need another hero. We got the Thunderdome. There. Philadelphia, Orlando, Phoenix, and other cities have reported the incidents. So y'all over here shooting people with Orbeez. You know, what happened to them just being squishy thingies that you played with? Orbeez, by the way, I feel like they're the unedible boba. What is a boba? I feel like it's unedible boba. Like, you can't eat it.
What are they going to do? Are they going to now sanitize the Grammys?
Okay, so just in case you don't know, the Grammys have canceled Kanye West's performance. It's because of what he was doing. I don't know if it's because he called Trevor Noah the COO word, the COON word. I don't know if it's because he threatened Stinky Face, which he wasn't gonna do nothing to Stinky Face. He was just doing that because that's what Kanye do. I mean, I told y'all that. Geminis, they play the devil's advocate. Virgos, we're the same. Like, if we don't like you, we'll sit there and pick you until you threaten our life and say you're gonna kill us, and then we be like, okay, you know, you good, friend. We were just playing. But this is all because of Stinky Face. What's this? Oh, Lord. This is old. And on top of that, it don't work. So why did it go to this? Yeah. We're going backwards. Why is this? Oh yeah, because I did say this about the Trump rally, and there was a a white guy in blackface at a Trump rally. Trump trying to save America. I tell y'all, Gemini's run their mouth and they say something. He ain't said not one discouraging word to Putin. Now have he? Mm. It says black for Trump, and half of the blacks that are there are not even black. This is crazy. They should be arrested for blackface. Okay. Let's keep it moving. So this is new. Okay. So Trey Songz's accuser compared him to R. Kelly. He victimized women of color because he knows no one will protect them. That is trutheth. But some of the girls he has, I can't tell if they are white or black. I can't tell anymore. These girls and this plastic surgery, you can't tell what their ethnicity is. So, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, black girls are easily, crimes easily are done to black girls because this country clearly don't care about black people. So when Toya Lanez talked about when y'all don't care about black men, well, y'all don't give a fuck about black women because y'all keep saying discouraging things to us. Y'all keep saying nasty things to us. And y'all don't realize, I mean, there's young black girls out here who hear some of those things that y'all say about us, and y'all don't think there's no consequences against y'all talking down to black women. Your daughter one day is going to be a black woman. Okay? So I know some of you guys be like, oh, well, it's not going to happen to you. Stop lying. Okay? I don't want to hear no news about you using a gun to attack somebody's son. Okay? That's just it, y'all, I told y'all know how I feel about Trey Songz. I was a fan. I was a fan of his music, and I was a fan of what he could possibly have lurking between his legs. But I told y'all when I was younger, I peeped it, and I found myself having like strong feelings of him drop kicking me into next week. I don't know if I didn't tell nobody the story here on YouTube, but I will tell you guys the story. Back when I was a wee lady, I was like 19 years old, and there was nothing wee about me. I weigh less now than I did then. I approach a guy to become a songwriter. Now, on my end, it didn't work out because my anxiety was bothering me because I was sensing something was not right when it came to working with Mr. Neverson. Okay? At the time, it was 2009, 2010. So the rumors were not, the rumor that was popping about him at the time was that there was a weird situation going on with his manager, Troy Taylor. Now, keep Troy Taylor's name in mind because Troy Taylor is also a producer behind B2K. We ain't gonna go there. I told you I ain't gonna go there, but I'm just letting y'all let 1 and 2 marinate together and make 3. So there was rumors about some weird stuff going on between them. I'm going to say weird. I'm not going to say gay. I'm not going to say homosexual. I'm going to say some weird stuff going on between him with the relationship that he had with Trey Songz and Brendan Jennings. So, that was going on at the time, but I kept getting these other weird vibes when it came to Trey Songz. But ever since that girl they found out that girl, I hope that wasn't the same girl that was trying to sue Trey Songz, because it was a girl that was trying to sue Trey Songz, also tried to sue Chris Brown for $20 million. And we found out Shawty was lying. So I hope she ain't part of this whole situation with Trey Songz, because I really believe Trey Songz is out there doing some unsavory, weird stuff. So yeah. So I want y'all to look at this real quick, okay? This is from TMZ.com. Y'all know what happened earlier this year. Bob Saget was had passed away. Reportedly, he died of from a heart attack, but they said he was hit on the head with blood force trauma. Then they said he got hit in the head with the headboard. And like you see what people are saying in the comment section, hello, that's a padded headboard. And I don't know if this the crime scene picture or this is before or after they cleaned the suite up. But this is the headboard that he hit when they said he supposedly had a heart attack. Did that look like something deadly to you? And I don't have a headboard, so I can't demonstrate that. Does that look like a deadly headboard to you? Girl. I'm going to stop saying girl. Lord Jesus. Shout out to Lamille Plummer at Zeus Network. Y'all know they got rid of Maury. And Jerry Springer don't come on no more. So I guess Zeus Network is trying to do what the people when I do, they try to make it a network for ratchet ass TV, basically. Y'all love ratchet ass TV. Everybody love ratchet ass TV. You're a liar if you don't like ratchet ass TV. Everybody love ratchet ass TV. So this situation has gotten bad. People are over here bleeding, honey. So Jonathan attacked someone with a chair. Y'all can look at this. Watch it. Somebody's getting sued. Is he still in that lawsuit with Omarion at Zeus? Because I know him and Omarion. Now, Omarion might lose that lawsuit. Because they want the other members of B2K to defend themselves. But Lamille know good and well the reason he wants the other members to be on the show, especially Raz B. I ain't gonna sit up here and act like Raz B is not no sideshow, okay? Had a huge crush on Raz B when I was younger. But let's just say he makes good TV. Trust me when I say in real life, he is really like that. He is really like that in real life. So he would make good reality TV. I'm mad they cut him from Love and Hip Hop LA because I think he would have made the show. That's why it was so wet. So this is Milan Christopher. He goes off on Zeus CEO Lamille Plummer for seemingly taking Jonathan's side over a chair attack. He said, y'all hosts are weird. Lamille, you ain't gonna have a network after all this. Black China Mama even mad at you. Oh, crap. Dang. I put the sound on. Me and sound. Okay, here we go.
Good to see you. What's the problem?
Because y'all pose is weird.
Hold on. Come on, Milan.
Yeah, y'all are weird.
Milan, be respectful.
Yeah, y'all are weird.
Really? Come on,
That's
man.
why. Yeah, y'all
are you in Andrew mode?
So
don't
ask
are
me
you,
no
are
questions.
you in Andrew mode?
Don't ask me no questions. Don't ask me no questions because I'm the main motherfucker that sticks up for y'all, defended all of that shit that you got going on.
I can't hear what both y'all talking at the same time. I can't hear you. I don't have questions.
What was going on the other live? I mean, why I'm trying to something.
Yeah. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, bro. What'd you say?
What was going on the other live? What was another live?
What do you mean? What was going on?
Something. It was another live you just on. And something I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was talking to y'all fellow cast members.
Oh, okay. So fellow cast members. Okay. Now we get somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Jonathan was on the call, so it's cool. I don't have beef with Jonathan. I don't. He's, you know what I mean. He didn't come to the premiere. He was capping about, all the other stuff. But I would have loved for him to come, but we know why
he was capping. He was capping about what stuff.
All right, let's just talk about this. Of course, you don't have an issue with Jonathan because Jonathan gave you a good show with throwing the chair at someone.
I mean, I can't, No, I'm capping about canceling a flight and all that other stuff. That's the cap. I would love for Jonathan to come, but we know he can't come because y'all got beef, and that's okay. The people didn't see it. I'm not gonna have y'all fighting at a premiere. I respect you guys, so why would I have him come to a premiere? That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? We had already talked about this, and plus he wasn't in the first episode. So what's the issue? I'm saying, what's the issue?
Yo, I'm sorry, I can't do this fake ass shit. Fake ass songs.
That's fine. Let him leave. It's okay. And listen, I don't know Milan like that. I don't. This is the first time I seen him, so he's really upset. I don't know why he's so mad about Jonathan. He got like I don't know what's going on. What's up with him and Jonathan?
He obviously let the cooler heads prevail. Like, we can all jump on a real call if it's, like, I don't want to do the live shit, but I understand.
Which, by the way, have y'all seen that guys have been drawn in their beards? Wonder how much beard drawing they got going on over here, because them was some nice big beards.
Maybe some, beef, but at the end of the day, we're a network. We're trying to make sure the audience get a view of everybody, and that everybody get their life. We made the call not to have Jonathan. We made the call not to have Jonathan come. We know why that was, right?
Why was that?
Our little thing in Dallas, and that's gonna be that for his episode. That ain't got nothing to do with y'all.
Yeah, I don't know why your boy mad, but I mean, listen. You know me, like real talk. I don't. There's no universe where I care if Milan is mad at me. Like, not at all. I don't care.
Well, Rio, I'm gonna speak for Rio. Rio didn't give a fuck who came. It was an open invitation for whoever. I was just letting it be known, He's a mess.
Shout out to Lamille Plummer. You're getting sued. You're getting sued, friend. Here's another. Oh, I like that this thing is starting off with some videos. So Jay Prince won Kanye West, Drake, Nicki Minaj, The Weeknd, and more to come together the same time as the Grammys and hold their own show. Yeah, I totally agree. We need to start back doing our own stuff. I agree. Let's hear what Jay Prince had to say. This is the same Jay Prince. That has to do what Meg Thee Stallion threw in with the whole situation with Carl Crawford, okay? So let's listen to what he has to say.
Hip-hop versus the Grammys. I've been watching the Grammys control and dictate our culture to their benefit up close and personal for the past 30 years that I've been in the music business. And all the artists, managers, executives would do is complain, but never had the nuts to come together and do anything about it. Even though the latest episode deals with Trevor Noah and the counseling of Kanye, this racist act is so much bigger than them. Let's just start with the mindset of the words counsel and cancel, where the Grammys is concerned, and compare them to rehabilitation and legal slavery, where the penitentiary is concerned. If we begin with counsel and rehabilitation in the Grammys or the penitentiary, The truth is that they really don't exist. They're just fancy lies. But on the other hand, if we look at the words cancel and legal slavery punishment, those words are true, real, and exist today. For example, for those of you that never took the time to read the 13th Amendment, it clearly says that slavery was abolished, except for use as punishment for a crime you've been convicted of.
Oh.
So therefore, according to the 13th Amendment of the Constitution, everyone in the prison system and those that are out of prison that have been convicted of a crime are considered slaves in the United States and under its jurisdiction.
They did this in a documentary. They talked about this in a documentary called Slavery by Another Name. And the 13th Amendment, which was directed by Ava DuVernay. And they talked about this. They talk about it's basically slavery by another name. You know, they use people in prisons for free labor. Let's continue. Listen to this.
In 2022, not only did they make slavery lawful by an amendment, they then created the laws by which people would be enslaved. They did that shit back then, and they're still doing it today. This background is important to know because of the mentality of those that control both the Grammys and the prison systems in the United States. This is a slave master punish a nigga mentality and act to remind us that no matter how much money we have, we are still niggas in their eyes. So they cancel Kanye and discriminated against Drake, The Weeknd, Nicki Minaj, and many others over the years. This will only be broken by us uniting our powers to bring about change moving forward. How do we bring about change? I'm glad y'all asked. I recommend that the artists I've mentioned above and more come together in Las Vegas and perform at the same time as the Grammys on a special network and streaming platform to prove that ratings will change where the Grammys are concerned when the number one selling genre in music, hip hop, come together because there's power in numbers. The powers that be will be mad at me about this one, but fuck them. I love the culture. The seed has been planted. Let's water it. Hip hop versus the Grammys. I've been watching the Grammys control and dictate.
So he's right. There was a time where they did boycott the Grammys. Jay-Z called to boycott the Grammys. And he was by himself on that. But ever since Jay-Z won a Grammy, all of a sudden nobody can boycott the Grammys. So yeah. It needs to be boycotted. They're using this whole situation to ruin Kanye West's career. My thing is he ain't did nothing. Pete the Skeet still alive, and he gonna always be alive, okay? Until Kim Kardashian leave him, and the next thing you know, anxiety and depression is going to pop up. That's just facts. Okay, look it up about him. But yeah, he's right. We need to start back building our own stuff, y'all. Okay, Kanye West by himself is a billionaire. You put Nicki Minaj and Drake, and we can build something on our own. I don't know why we don't, but we can. Let's continue. I want to know what you have to do with what's going on with the whole Meg Thee Stallion thing, Jay Prince. Before I gotta let this video start over. This is from another YouTuber, Lovely T, on her page. They declared a state of emergency over concerns about spring breaker crowds for second year in a row after 2 shootings over the weekend. So we are going to listen to what's going on and what happened there. There's nothing funny. I don't know why she was laughing. There's nothing funny about people getting shot at. Oh, Lord. Well, I don't even have to play this where it says there's a 12:01 to 6 a.m. curfew for the spring breakers. Y'all, this is crazy. I don't know if I want to talk about this, but congratulations to Kantanji for being a nominee, for being nominated. So, yeah. Just don't give us Clarence Thomas with a vagina, lady, okay? So, we already talked about this. This is a video I can control. So, it says curfew is implemented. So, I'm gonna show the video of what happened. It shows you what happened.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all can't just simply just have fun. Okay, we talk about this again. We already. I want to make sure y'all understood what was going on, what happened. This sucks. We already talked about this too. Lord Jesus. Let's see what else they have. They over here cussing. I don't care about what's going on. I don't get it. I don't know why I saved this neither. I guess I just wanted to see her rhyme. But shout out to Drizzy. Somebody made a statement. It said, I think most Meg Thee Stallion hate is rooted in misogyny and colorism, because even before the T blank RY situation, Tory situation, she was getting hate. Motherfuckers just don't like seeing a bigger, darker, sexual female have success, open to debate, but I'm very biased. Yes and no. Y'all saying she dark skinned now, so somebody darker come on, then y'all gonna say that she has light skin privilege. So you're making a good point, but yeah. I don't want to talk about this. We can talk about this later on this week. The weekend's on the Simpsons, by the way. So, according to TMZ, Justin Bieber is about letting it go since he had decided to drop the lawsuit against two women who accused him of sexual assault. This could mean several things. I'm going to keep a heads up on this case. I'm going to keep looking at this with the fine-tooth comb. I was just looking at this. Anyway, Kevin Gates, whatever. So yesterday, Hillary Clinton has tested positive for COVID. Y'all notice a lot of y'all, it was Queen Elizabeth, then it was President Obama, and now is Hillary Clinton has tested positive for COVID. Why? Why are we doing this before Hot Girl Summer? Does anybody have an answer to why this is happening? We thought after we got rid of Omarion, I'm joking. We thought once we got rid of Omicron that we were good. Y'all know y'all opening places back up. Y'all got rid of the restrictions in certain areas. And now you're telling me the former First Lady Hillary Clinton has COVID. the king, the queen, and the two presidents. Yes, I mean when the COVID first started, y'all do know that Prince Charles was he had COVID. You know, him, Fred, and Gladys had COVID. Mm-hmm. Watch The Crown to get the Fred and Gladys joke. Okay. So Masterpiece says young artists are dying because of drugs and lack of leadership. He said, we always say, oh, how he's young and he figured it out, but everybody don't figure it out. You either a tragedy or a testimony. He's right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know what I want to do, but I haven't moved real fast because it seems like when you do things real fast, you get pushed out of here real fast too. So he's right. He said there's no leadership. But who's willing to be a leader? You can't lead somebody who already think they're a leader. So a lot of these kids that come into the entertainment industry, they think they know everything and they don't know nothing. They think their cup is full and their cup is very much empty, and they find out the hard way, and that's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Okay, I want y'all to hear this, honey. I said apparently and allegedly, R. Kelly is over there singing for a commissary in prison. People ain't shit. That's all I have to say.
I wanted to ask you something. Can you sing a song for me?
Which one?
Love Letter? Did you get my call?
Did you get my call?
Oh!
Love letter. When you read my love letter.
Yes,
they just exploiting this man. The things you have to do. Now this turned out to be a doozy. Granddad lived in a border city near the city they talking about. Girl. So this guy tweeted about how over the top his flyer for his dad's birthday was. Okay. He said, my dad has lost it with this one. He said, why he made me make a party flyer with the dog. So the dog and daddy are celebrating their birthday. The daddy is celebrating his 60th birthday and Molly is celebrating her 4th. Happy birthday. But this is the kicker. And it was funny because I was thinking it was an obituary too when I saw it. But it's the kicker. It's interesting that you helping your dad scam after he just pleaded guilty to fraud while mayor of Stonecrest. Look at the flyer again. Let's look at the flyer again. When it says celebrating 60 with $60 gifts. So you were trying to get your daddy in trouble. Well, you didn't get your daddy in trouble. You trying to joke on your daddy, make fun of your daddy. And then you got him in trouble and people figure out who he is. He's a freaking mayor of Stonecrest. And it's funny because, like I said, you posted your dad and his cute dog birthday flyer, and now his fraud case is exposed. He has since deleted the tweet. It be your own kids. You gotta think before you do stuff, and don't act like nobody know who you are. Oops. Before we get to this craziness, I mean, don't act like nobody know who he is. And it said Jason's 60th birthday. Jason Leary, city mayor of Stonecrest. Former Stonecrest mayor Jason Leary, guilty plea in federal case. You know what? How about this? Why don't we read the article about what he did? How about we do that? Let's go on a field trip a little bit. It says a former Stonecrest mayor, Jason Larry, plead guilty to federal fraud charges. The former mayor of Stonecrest plead guilty in a federal court to stealing COVID-19 relief funds that were supposed to go to struggling businesses. No wonder my nail salon never got picked up. Jason Laurie, whose resignation went into effect at 10 a.m. Wednesday, pleaded guilty to 3 counts involving wire fraud, theft of government funds, and conspiracy. Larry agreed that he diverted at least $650,000 in relief money by requiring Stonecrest churches and businesses to kick back on portions of the grant money to companies he controlled. His sentencing is set for May the 2nd. Larry is free on bond. Stonecrest could hold a special election to fill the vacant mayor's seat as early as March. It's March. Girl. And then you got caught having a birthday party for you and your dog. You asked for $60 for your 60th birthday, and you and the dog having a joint birthday. Help me help you, sir. Like, you already in trouble? Really? Y'all, I don't understand this. This is crazy. So, yeah, shout out to your son for ratting you out. And he did it to be funny. And then everybody like, wait a minute, ain't that Mayor Larry? This is so Georgia. I'm telling you, this is... I'm gonna stay on this real minute. What the hell? You are a public figure, sir, and you asking for $60 gifts? Just go ahead and tell people you need a bond. I have a feeling that money gonna go to the bond. Like, him and the dog. I'm surprised he asked for $4 for the dog. You find out something new every day. Like, not you over here asking, oh my God. Not you over here asking for money for your birthday for you. For you. And you having a birthday party for you and the dog. Lord have mercy. But you in trouble for taking moolah. Like, I'm gonna say this. I don't care who get mad when I say this. I think people come to Atlanta just to join in and scam us. I mean, y'all think we really some stupid country bumpkins down here. And you understand how many people have came here and tried and have failed? came here, tried, and failed. You done sat up here with your ass. Your son thought this was going to be funny. And then people done found out you over here doing fraud. You taking COVID-19 reliefs. Oops. This is why I don't trust politicians. Next case. This, honey. Sometimes it feels like sometimes when they post stuff is race baiting. I'm not saying any of these blogs are race baiting. They can't help what happens in real life. But it's like, these are the stories that get reported. Okay, so it says 2 white Californians accused of killing a black Navy veteran. On March 15th, Jones was stabbed and shot multiple times while at a gas station in Tracy, California. 2 white individuals, Jeremy Wayne Jones, 49, and Christine Lynn Garner, 42, were arrested for allegedly being tied to Jones' killing. I don't even want to go deep into this. I guess y'all knew that y'all gonna get away with it because he was black and you were white and there was nothing he could do about it, right? I mean, black people getting killed by white people, nobody believes that, right? That's just too hard to believe. That would never happen, that people would think that white people would kill black people. Am I not correct? Check me if I'm wrong now. Y'all out to check me. Check me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, just say I'm wrong. This is alive. Tell me if I'm wrong. Is this based off the fact that you don't think that nobody would see you as a guilty party because you are white? I'm just asking. Now, it's in California, honey. This happened in California. This didn't happen in this happened in the Southeast or the Southwest. This happened in California. They have hate in their eyes, girl. Ooh, it's the hate for me. So I told y'all, girl. Shanghai Disneyland shut down temporarily due to rise in COVID cases. I forgot. I can't say COVID on here. I have to call it something else. The C word. That's just lazy. I called it. Well, then I call it the forgot what I call that thing. No, I called it something. I said I call it a Pandora opening. I want to call it something different this year because this will be this month actually. Matter of fact, shout out to LNC. Shout out to the late night crew. Papa Sunny. So Morian, brother, you know, Papa Sunny. Papa, how you doing? Shout out and happy anniversary. We started this week because the world shut down 2 years ago, and The Millennium Tour got shut down 2 years ago. It got started back up last year, but the Millennium Tour got shut down because of COVID. And we're 2 years in this thing. And I heard Shanghai Disneyland is better than the one here. I heard it was far more litter. I feel bad for the families who had plans on going to the Disney Resort. This is very unfortunate. Now, this happening, I told y'all there's a lot of things that are going to pop up. And you're going to be like, this is crazy. Okay, so Miley Cyrus plane forced to make an emergency landing after being struck by lightning. So Miley Cyrus plane was forced to make an emergency landing while en route to Paraguay Tuesday when the aircraft was struck by lightning. What about the other passengers, by the way? You know, I mean, we do care about Miley Cyrus. Don't get me wrong. Even though I've had heard some stories about her, heard some rumors about her, about where she really stands. But, you know, she owned a plane. Does she own a plane, or was it a commercial flight? Just asking for a friend. Next story. This idiot, Lord Jesus. This is why old folks say, Lord, hold my mule. So this, hold on. I saved all this. This 21-year-old human being that's full of flesh and bones and muscles, but have nothing inside her skull. Here's the story. She was driving under the influence. She got stopped before. So she got stopped by the cops because she was doing 110 in a 50-mile-per-hour zone. And then, long story short, this idiot, because the cop got off work. Oh, Lord. The cop got off work. He went home like a normal human being. He didn't feel too pressed. He didn't do what that thing was supposed to do. She already got pulled over now. And she come and turn around and kill the same cop that stopped her for the 110 miles per hour. Because she was drunk. And this is what she put on Twitter. If you ask me, I'm the best drunk driver ever. Now let's go to the video. I don't know why they did. We know where the video went down.
Driven off. Wearing the handcuffs of the two Pennsylvania state troopers she's alleged to have run down and killed, Jayana Tanae Webb of Eagleville is walked out of Troop K in Philadelphia to a state police SUV. Did you drink that night? The 21-year-old is charged with multiple felony counts of murder in the third-degree, homicide by motor vehicle while under the influence, and manslaughter in the alleged killing of state troopers Martin Mack, Brandon Siska, and a pedestrian at 1 in the morning Monday on I-95 South near the stadiums. State police say Trooper Mack, 33 years old, and 29-year-old Trooper Siska were called to 95 for a report of a man walking in the left lane southbound as they were trying to get 28-year-old Reyes Rivera Oliveras of Allentown to the safety of their vehicle. Webb is alleged to have struck them.
A vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed in the left lane, in between the Jersey barrier and the left lane itself, traveled at a high rate of speed and struck all three individuals.
Did you see those troopers? The force of the strike sent all three men into the northbound lane where they died.
All down. State police, step at I-95 at Broad Street. Impossible. Automatically getting the 911 from the officer.
Troopers arriving on the scene found witnesses trying to revive the victims, and the doors sheared off the police SUV. Webb remained on the scene in her smashed vehicle. How much had you had to drink that night? Citing two sources. Fox 29 has reported Webb was pulled over for suspected DUI before the crash, some 2 miles away, but the troopers left her when dispatched to the man walking on the highway. Sources tell Fox 29 Webb's blood alcohol level was twice the legal limit. Webb looked distraught as cameras and reporters swarmed her as she walked past flowers placed at the barracks in memory of the fallen troopers.
Man, what were you doing on the highway that night?
Now,
I'm gonna tell y'all this. The one thing I don't do, because I'm a bad driver without being inebriated, is I don't drink and drive. And we had a discussion about this. I find it to be ironic because I talked about this, and I had a deep discussion about this where I was basically saying that, it was on my U42 platform, Tiffany's Epiphanies. And I was talking about the driving conditions and situation in Atlanta. Now, this is not in Atlanta. This is a whole nother city, but or a whole nother town. But I said I'm a bad driver. I'm not that great of a driver. And I said the only reason I would purchase a car is if I, is when I start having children. So I said I'm going to stay away from having a car, because I feel like the way things are going, there's no reason for me to purchase a vehicle with the high gas prices and the insurance and all that, right? Okay, I said those things. Now, there's high gas prices. There's a Lyft, there's Uber, and what's the other driving company's name? There's all these driving companies, and you chose, you were going to drink. You chose to drive that night knowing that you were, pardon my language, excuse my language, was fucked up. The crazy part about this is she was stopped. And these cops saw that there was a man on the road, right? Just in case y'all didn't hear what was going on. She was stopped. They let her go, even though she was fucked up. And she, on their way to another crime scene, she hit them. The same officers that stopped her. What are the odds? And I wonder how these officers felt after this had happened, because it's like, man, we had her, and then this stupid bitch hit us. Don't tell me. I don't want to hear her frontal lobes are not developed. I don't care. I don't care. It's not about frontal lobes being developed. It's about the fact that you have choices like Uber and Lyft. You're going to get screwed up. You're going to get drunk. Uber and Lyft is always a good choice. Just leave your car there. It might get impounded, or call a family member to pick up the car, and they'll pick up the car. Just as long as you get home safe and sound. Now you're spending the night in jail. This is why I say, like, I remember when I got my license, my grandmother was saying that they need to look the age of how old you are to get your license. The age is 16. This young lady is 21. She said 21. I don't even think 21-year-olds are mature enough to get licensed anymore. I think before, there needs to be a psychological evaluation, because these days, y'all are just pure psychopaths. This is crazy. This is crazy. I feel bad for the cop's family, and I feel bad for this girl because she going to life. She going to prison for life. She going to prison for life for a stupid thing. This is so stupid. And it's called all been prevented. I don't know why y'all act like Uber and Lyft does not exist. Matter of fact, I'll be honest with you. I'm not a drinker or anything like that, but I didn't start going to parties until I didn't have a car because I didn't want to deal with the parking in Atlanta. So when I started doing Uber and Lyft to go to parties, yeah, I was doing Uber and Lyft. Well, not Uber and Lyft. When I started doing Uber and Lyft going to parties, I could drink as much as I want to. Granted, I never drink. I don't drink like that. I'm not drinking like that. But I knew how I was going to get home. I knew I had to be sober enough to call a Uber or Lyft. This is ridiculous. This is sad. This ruined not only the cops' family lives, this ruined this young lady's life. Her life is ruined by one mistake. This is a lesson to even people who are older than her. You got people who are older than her who be drinking and driving and think and be like, and you know good and well, you have people who are older than this young lady right here who think they're the best driver while they're drunk. So it's not just because of her age. You got people who are my age. You got people who are older who drink and drive every weekend. And because they have not gotten caught, they have been doing it. And she just so happened to be caught from doing this. This changed 3 people's lives in one night. She is going to prison for the rest of her life. Y'all know she got to make an example of her black ass. Don't make me go there. We already talked about this. But this is a video of what happened with Miley Cyrus and her plane. That's a personal message to me, not you. I watched that need too. That's something I just got to watch. This is why I say people ain't shit. Let's talk about this. You can never get by doing dirty. So apparently Charmaine from Black Ink Chicago, she said that Ryan was being jealous of her opening her own tattoo parlor, her own tattoo shop. Let's move right along. I'm gonna say this is very common. People think when they think you're supposed to stay in the position that you're supposed to be in, but you have dreams for yourself. Okay. And the reason he's upset is because she probably run that whole tattoo parlor. Y'all know about this drama saga too, honey. Okay, Chief Keef baby mama. They found out that Chief Keef baby mama ain't Chief Keef baby mama. Long story short. So, Chief Keef's baby mama, she gloats about tricking social users into thinking little baby is her baby's father. So clearly there's text messages here. And she's lying about that. Okay. So these are the text messages. It says, laugh my ass off. He's sick. He said, come see me. Like, nigga, you just don't give a fuck, huh? But I'm weak. They're really going hard. But he made a tweet about the other girl calling her clap. They going in on me. But he made tweets about the other girl call her, what's it? He said, yeah, that's his hit. I can't believe Chief fucked her. She said, girl, I can't believe that neither, but they fucked before I met him, so I gave him a pass, laugh out loud. I love how everyone think I'm his baby mama, like, yes. Oh, well, use it to your advantage, like, whatever you say they believe. Right. I'm going to use it because ain't nobody gonna know who my real baby dad is. Besides, obviously, the few friends that actually know Drew. Oh, well, I say, yeah. I'm just bored. I needed some attention and to get my mind off that. So this was the perfect distraction. Laugh out loud. It's smart. Tag my business so these hoes can buy my shit while they mad. I'm about to put everybody on. Laugh out loud. My views getting up there. I'm going to send Jada some pieces. JK, I love her. Laugh my ass off. She said, I can't play with my creation. Get a word to my little boy. Little baby's lyrics. Said that caption on the previous photo was updated to that after she shared alleged messages of him wanting to link with her. So here's the message. Little baby said, you in my city? She said, where you at? He said, Scottsdale. And they scratched it out. She said, pull up. Where? I'm a blank. Now, I don't know what else was said. So you can't sleep with everybody. Next story. It says 8 infant deaths sparks recall of more than 3 million Boppy Lounger pillows. Okay. It says a huge lawsuit at Top Dog Law. 8 infants suffocated and died because of Boppy Lounge pillows. These were recalled from the market. If you have no one, return it and throw it out. If you know any moms who lost a child suddenly while sleeping on one of these pillows, please send at Top Dog Law a DM today. Y'all don't use this against if this has happened. It's happened. It says Boppy Company newborn loungers have been tied to at least 8 deaths between 2015 and 2020. Federal regulators said Thursday. So if you have a Boppy Lounger pillow, please get rid of it. Let's keep it moving. Let me make sure I erase all that trash. I thought this was hilarious. McDonald's sign says hiring losers $12 an hour. It says, in the words of Kim K, get up and work. But if y'all paying people $12 an hour, I might have to work at McDonald's. Y'all still have the y'all still have the regulations where you gotta get vaccinated? I ain't saying I'm not vaccinated. I'm just asking for a friend. Well, let's look at this. Okay, this is Carl Crawford again. Him and Meg. The saga continues. Carl Crawford seemingly hints that Meg Thee Stallion might be on coke, tell you fans, before I really get to telling who the cokehead is around this motherfucker. Meg is too thick to be doing cocaine. Let's do this. I don't believe what he's saying. I'm sorry.
I went to the media when first I didn't. TMZ went to the media. TMZ posted shit. I just reposted what I saw already out there. Hey, Maggie, you better come tell your fans about this coke shit before I get to really telling them who the coke is around this motherfucker is. Shit. I'm telling you, man, that little fans don't want to fuck with me, dog. I don't got nothing but atomic bombs in my system over here. And that wouldn't be nothing for me to say that shit. You know, when I say my shit, I got evidence, proof. I'm a present all receipts. You know that little jury situation, all that shit, yo, all that. You know, motherfucker talking about I made her pay for my jury. I ain't make her pay for my jury. I made her pay for her jury. Shit. And we got the receipts to show. To show you all the statements I sent over, everything. Like niggas always trying to do some extra shit. Shit. I'll let it go when the millions of dollars get back into my account that I spent, that I invested.
He sounds so ignorant. Man, I take it back. You got in the bag. He sounds so stupid. This idiot said splink. Yeah, he gonna lose this case. I can smell it. With him talking stupid is.
You mean to tell me if somebody owes you millions of dollars, you gonna just let it go? Y'all different from me. I know y'all don't want to see y'all, you know, y'all little star go through this in the media, and I don't either. Shit, I don't want to go through this shit either. But they just trying to hold a nigga. Fuck you, nigga. I'm over
What was his attitude when Evelyn got you? We know you ain't got no money because you got to pay for that baby. Let's continue. Of I Sound Ignorant Chronicles.
Yeah, I ain't paying you shit. All right. Well, here we go. I don't know what I did to them people, but I pissed them off. So they can really end this shit like tomorrow. But they just want to handle a nigga so bad.
And you giving them the fuel. You're giving them the fuel. Shout out to Carl Crawford for sounding stupid. We already looked at this. I thought this was kind of sad. Oh, yeah. Girl, we already talked about this. I don't want to talk about this no more. This is so ghetto. What else? I'll talk about Wendy. I'm doing a whole podcast. I'm gathering a whole lot of evidence and talking about Wendy Williams on my own. I don't know if you guys know about the whole Brittany Griner situation, but the government has finally been given access to Brittany Griner in Russia. So I'm surprised of that. We done sanctioned them. Let me stop stretching because I got in trouble on Bigo and they said I was moaning. She got in trouble. They said she had marijuana on her. You know, the happy leaves. And so she's stuck in Russia. So I hope they're able to get her home. But then again, we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to pop off. I just hope they get her home. She does not need to be in Russia for all I know right now. We already talked about this. I want y'all to hear this from this lady right here. Because she just preaching. This is to all you Kevin Samuel clowns. This is for y'all. I think my connection just got bad. What happened? Oh, well, it's still going. I want y'all to listen to what this lady had to say. Oh, crap. Forget to turn the sound on.
So here's the thing. If your preference, fellas, is a fit woman, that's fine. That's okay. Everything ain't for everybody. But if your preference is a fit woman, it don't mean you got to dog the fat woman. That's a sign of weakness.
Mm-hmm.
When you have to dog somebody else to uplift what you like, or you have to dog somebody else to make your point, that's a sign of weakness. And you have to be careful because that sign of weakness tells us more about you than it does about who you're dogging.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing. If your preference, fellas, is a fit woman, that's fine. That's okay. Everything ain't for everybody. But if your preference is a fit woman, it don't mean you got to dog the fat woman. That's a sign of weakness.
That's true. I always think guys that make fun of plus size women, I think they low key like fat women. Not fat women, they like fat plus size women. I believe that. Do I have any more? This is sad too. But yeah, I just always believe that guys that feel like you make fun of girls and they plus size and stuff. I feel like you secretly like plus size girls. It's okay if you like chunky girls, okay? We got the same parts as. It's the same thing when guys be dogging gay men or transgender women. It's like, why you gotta dog them? You ain't gotta dog something that's not your preference. If that's not your preference, that's not your preference. Why you gotta be mad at them for doing what they're doing? They're doing themselves. They doing what they're doing. Let them be. You know, let people be. You ain't gotta dog someone because they are a homosexual or transgender or plus size. You ain't gotta dog nobody about that. But to me, all you telling me is that you like it. So this is the last story, and I'm going to end my live. So this is sad. It says 4 teenagers have been arrested in New Orleans after a woman was dragged to death in a carjacking. Their parents were the ones to turn them in. This is sad. Just take the car. You ain't gotta drag the lady. You ain't gotta do that. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. Let's see if that's it. Want to make sure that's it. Girl, I heard a dog outside. I thought it was at my window. I don't know how a dog gonna climb some trees and get to a window, but it sounded like the dog was outside my window. Let's see. Do I have anything else I want to talk to you guys about? Yeah, I want to leave y'all with the last message. We already talked about this. This is the lasting message. This is the message we all need to hear these days because we don't want to work.
Advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. You have advice for women in business. Get your fucking ass up and work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. You have to surround yourself.
I want to leave off with that though. Ladies and gentlemen, get your fucking ass up and get to work. Nobody these days wants to work anymore, okay? Thank you guys for coming to my live. Thank you guys for coming through here. Hopefully we'll get more people coming to my lives very soon because it seems like nobody is watching. Nobody sees me. But we'll get there because it was like that with my podcast. Nobody was listening to my podcast. And I ended up getting people listening to my podcast. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming in and talking crap with me. I totally appreciate it. Y'all know what it is. I am outie. See you Friday.